Hello friends, welcome to MSFT Webcast. In this video, we are going to perform domain join operation for Server 2016 core computer. So first, let's sign into our server core computer by using Ctrl+Delete. Let's specify the administrator password and then press enter. In previous video, we set up IP configuration for the server core computer. Let's check the IP configuration by running command ipconfig/all. Now here you can see IPv4 address assigned to this server is 192.168.16.4 and the DNS server address is set to 192.168.16.3. That is the IP address of our domain controller. The IP address assigned to this domain controller is 192.168.16.3 and our domain name is mylab.local. Our domain controller name is ws2016-tc01. Let's move to our server core computer again. First of all, I'm going to test the network connectivity with our domain controller. So let's ping to our domain controller's IP address, and that is 192.168.16.3. As you can see, we are receiving replay from 192.168.16.3. That means we have a network connectivity with our domain controller. Now let's run command nslookup to test DNS server functionality. As you can see, our DNS server is also responding. Let's type mylab.local and then press enter. We are receiving replay and the IP address associated with mylab.local is 192.168.16.3. That is the IP address of our domain controller ws2016-gc01.mylab.local, because there is only one domain controller for our mylab.local. Let's type exit, and you can also ping your domain name. Let's type ping mylab.local. And as you can see, we are receiving replay from IP address 192.168.16.3 because there's one domain controller and that is ws2016-tc01. So now we are ready to join this server to Active Directory domain. Let's type command sconfig and then press enter. Use options 1 to join the server to Active Directory domain. Type D to join to domain or type W to join to workgroup. Let's type D and then press enter. Now it will ask you to specify the name or domain to join. In our case, that is mylab.local and then press enter. It will ask you to specify an authorized user account's credential. Let's specify administrator at mylab.local and then press enter key. It will ask you to type the password associated with domain user account. So let's specify the password of our administrator and then press enter. Now it will give you a message that you want to change computer name before restarting this computer in case you forgot to do it in advance. But in earlier video, we renamed this computer to ws2016-core and that's why I'm not going to rename this computer right now. Let's click on no and let's click on yes to restart this computer to apply these changes. After restart, let's log into server core using domain administrator credential. First, let's use Ctrl+Delete to unlock this server. Now it will ask you to specify credential for administrator or hit escape to switch users sign-in method. So let's hit escape key and again we have one more options. Select the sign-in options for administrator or hit escape to switch users. Let's again hit escape key and here we have options to select a user. First, selected administrator is the built-in administrator of the server core computer. We want to log in as a domain administrator. That's why I'm going to select other user. Now here you can see sign into options is set to mylab. Now let's type username administrator. Once you type administrator, sign into option set to ws2016-core and that's why we have to specify administrator's UPN name. Administrator at mylab.local and then specify the password and then hit enter key. Once you log in as a domain administrator, let's type command who am I and then press enter. As you can see, it will display mylab/administrator because we log in as a domain administrator on this computer. Let's type command sconfig and then hit enter. Here you can see domain is set to mylab.local. That means this computer is a part of our Active Directory domain. Now we also want to manage this server core computer from our domain controller. And as you can see, configure remote management options is enabled. Let's type options 4 and then hit enter. As you can see, current status remote management is enabled. Let's type options 3. Configure server response to ping and then press enter. Allow remote management machine to ping this server. Click on yes. Okay, successfully configured to allow ping. Let's click on OK. Now let's return to main menu by pressing 4. Okay, now let's move to our domain controller. And first of all, I'm going to open Active Directory Users and Computers. Let's click on Computers container, and here we have a one computer account named WS2016-core. This is the computer account of our Windows Server 2016 core computer. Let's minimize this console, and we want to manage our Windows Server 2016 core computer from this domain controller. That's why I'm going to click on Dashboard, and here we have options to add other servers to manage from this Server Manager dashboard. Let's click on Add Other Servers to Manage. Let's click on Find Now. It will give you a list of all computers accounts from our Active Directory. Let's select WS2016-core. Let's click on this button and let's click on OK. Okay, we are receiving one error, refresh failed. Let's click on More, and here we can see we have received a message that refresh failed with the following error. The RPC server is unavailable. Configuration refresh failed with the following error. The metadata failed to retrieve from the server due to following error. Access is denied. Let's click on Close. Close, and let's refresh again. Okay, let's click on this flag. And here you can see this is the first one which refresh failed, and the next one is completed without any error. Let's click on local servers. Let's click on all servers. And here you can see we have a total 2 servers, WS2016-core and WS2016-DC01. Let's again click on Dashboard, and we want to install one server role on our server core computer. Let's click on Add Roles and Features. Now this time on Before You Begin screen, you can see destination server is not selected because this time we have a multiple server on this Server Manager dashboard. Let's click on Next. Select role-based and feature-based installation, then click on Next. Now select server. In my case, we have a total 2 server. First one is our domain controller, and this one is our server core computer. Select ws2016-core.mylab.local and then click on Next. On Select Server Role page, select dhcp server and then click on Next. Click on Next. Click on Next again. And this time I'm going to select these options. Restart the destination server automatically if required. Remember, when you install dhcp server, restart is not required. But when you are installing any feature on remote server, it is recommended to select this checkbox and then click on Install button. Once the dhcp server role installation process completes, let's click on Complete dhcp configuration to launch dhcp post-installation configuration wizard. Let's click on Next. Select Use the following user's credential, and that is Domain Administrator. Let's click on Commit. Let's click on Close. Let's close this console as well. Now we have successfully installed dhcp server role on our Server 2016 core computer. Let's click on dhcp, and as you can see, it will display server name WS2016-core. But if you want to manage dhcp server from this console, you have to install dhcp administration tool. And for that, I'm going to click on Add Roles and Features. Let's click on Next. Select role-based or feature-based installation and then click on Next. And this time I'm going to select WS2016-DC01. Let's click on Next. On Select Server Role screen, just click on Next. And on Select Feature page, expand Remote Server Administration Tool, expand Role Administration Tool, and here select dhcp Server Tools. Then click on Next. Click on Install button. Okay, once you install dhcp Server Tools on our domain controller, let's click on Close button. Let's click on Tools. Select dhcp. Now right click on dhcp and select Add Server. Now here we have a one server, and that is ws2016-co.mylib.local. This is our authorized server, so let's select this server and then click on OK. Expand our server name, right click on IP version 4, select new scope, click on next. Let's specify the name of our scope. Let's specify the IP range 192.168.16.22, 192.168.16.99. Click on next, next again, next again. Yes, we want to configure these scope options right now. That's why I'm going to click on next. Let's specify gateway's IP address, that is 192.168.16.1, and click on add button. Click on next again, next again. Yes, we want to activate this scope right now. That's why select yes, I want to activate scope now, and click on next. Click on finish. So now we have successfully created one dhcp scope on our dhcp server, which we have installed on our server core computer. So in this way, we can remotely manage any server core computer by using Server Manager dashboard. And by using this Server Manager dashboard, you are able to remotely install roles and features on Windows Server 2016 core computer. And we can also remotely remove roles and features from Windows Server 2016 server core computer. So that's the end of this video tutorial. Thank you for watching this video.